No local language? No problem. Your epic guide to working abroad with just English. Hey everyone! So you've got that itch, right? That dream of working abroad, seeing the world, maybe finally figuring out what a proper cup of tea tastes like outside your own kitchen, but then the panic sets in. I don't speak the language. Am I going to be pointing and grunting my way through a job interview? Will my career aspirations be lost in translation? I get it. It's a big, scary thought, like realizing you've left your phone at home, but for your entire life plan. But here's the good news. And trust me, it's better than finding a forgotten 20 in your pocket. You're not alone in this worry, and more importantly, there are a ton of jobs overseas where your English skills are not just enough, they're exactly what employers are looking for. Seriously, the world is more connected than ever, and English has become the unofficial handshake, the Wi-Fi password, the open sesame to a surprising number of international opportunities. It's like knowing the secret code to a global career club. So in this video, I'm going to be your guide, your linguistic Sherpa, if you will. We'll break down which countries are rolling out the welcome mat for English speakers, and some might surprise you. We'll look at the types of jobs where not knowing the local lingo isn't a deal breaker, but actually a bonus. And crucially, I'll walk you through how to apply for these gigs. Plus some bonus tips to make sure you're not just surviving, but thriving. So grab a notebook, maybe a calming beverage, and let's dive in. This could be the start of something amazing. Alright, let's talk about why English, this language we're using right now, is basically your golden ticket for many international jobs. You might be thinking, but Trevor, surely if I'm in, say, Japan, I need to speak Japanese, right? And yes, for some roles, absolutely. But for a surprising number, English is king. Think about it. English is the de facto language of global business. It's the language of aviation, of international finance, of the internet. Mostly, sorry, other languages. You're cool too. It's the common ground where people from all over the world meet to get things done. Many multinational corporations, especially the big players in tech, cutting-edge engineering, and even those fancy global hotel chains, have adopted English as their official corporate language. Why? Because it's practical. Imagine a company with offices in New York, Berlin, Tokyo, and Dubai. Are they going to hire translators for every internal email? No, they're going to hire people who can communicate effectively in the most widely understood business language, which, more often than not, is English. It streamlines everything from board meetings to water cooler chat about the latest series everyone's binging. And it's not just the corporate giants. So, we've established that English can be your superpower. Now, where in the world can you unleash this power? Which countries are practically rolling out the red carpet for English speakers? Let me tell you, the list is longer and more diverse than you might imagine. First up, let's talk about the Middle East, because this region is a major hub. The United Arab Emirates, specifically Dubai and Abu Dhabi, is practically built on international talent. English is the main language of business and daily life for many. You can navigate almost everything with English, from ordering a shawarma to closing a multi-million-dollar deal. Then you have Qatar, Oman, and Saudi Arabia. These Gulf nations are also heavily investing in diversifying their economies and attracting foreign workers. While Arabic is the official language, English is incredibly prevalent in professional environments, retail and service industries. You'll find multinational companies, huge construction projects, and a thriving hospitality sector all hungry for English-speaking staff. It's like they realized, hey, if we want global business, we need global communicators. And they're not wrong. The opportunities there are vast, especially if you have specific skills. Moving over to Asia, Singapore is a standout. Okay, so you know English is valuable and you've got a list of potential countries, but what kind of jobs are we actually talking about? You might be picturing yourself as a UN translator, but the reality is much broader and, frankly, more accessible for many. Let's start with one of the biggest sectors, hospitality and tourism. This is a no-brainer. Hotels, resorts, cruise ships, airlines, tour companies, they all cater to an international clientele. Your ability to communicate clearly in English with guests from around the world is paramount. Think front desk, guest relations, concierge, event management, even restaurant staff in tourist hotspots. In these roles, your primary job is to make people feel welcome, understood, and well cared for. If a tourist from Canada has a question about local transport, or a business traveler from Australia needs to arrange a last-minute meeting room, they're going to appreciate someone who can assist them efficiently in English. It's less about knowing the local dialect for more towels, and more about providing excellent customer service in a language they understand. This sector is always hiring. and it's a great way to get your foot in the door internationally. Next up, let's talk about construction and general labor. Now you might think, surely I need to speak the local language on a construction site. And, while it can be helpful, many large-scale international projects, especially in the Middle East or developing nations, employ a multinational workforce. English often becomes the common language for safety briefings, instructions from foremen who are often expats themselves, and general coordination. So, we've established that English can get you in the door, but let's be real, just speaking English isn't always enough to seal the deal and keep the job, right? It's like having a fancy car. Sure, it looks good, but if you can't drive, what's the point? Employers, even those specifically hiring English speakers, are looking for a package deal. They want skills and qualities that go beyond just linguistic ability. So, what are these superpowers that can make you stand out, even if your local language skills are, shall we say, a work in progress? First and foremost, good English communication skills. And I don't just mean knowing vocabulary and grammar. I mean being able to articulate your thoughts clearly, listen actively, understand instructions, and interact professionally. Can you write a coherent email? Can you explain a problem effectively? Can you collaborate with team members from different cultural backgrounds using English as your common tool? This is crucial. It's about clarity, politeness, and the ability to connect, not just stringing words together. Then there's professional behavior and teamwork. This is universal, folks. Chapter 5, Job Hunting Without Borders, your Sherlock Holmes guide to landing that English-speaking gig. Alright, you're armed with your English skills, you know which countries are calling, and you understand what employers are looking for beyond just language. Now for the million-dollar question, how do you actually find these jobs? It's not like they just fall out of the sky, unfortunately. Though, wouldn't that be nice? Oh look, a job offer from Singapore right next to this pigeon. No, you need to be a bit of a detective, a digital Sherlock Holmes of the job market. Let's look at your toolkit. First up, online job portals. These are your bread and butter. Websites like workabroad.ph are fantastic, especially if you're targeting jobs in the Gulf countries like UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. They often list roles specifically looking for overseas workers. Then there's gulftalent.com, which is another heavyweight for the Middle East, focusing a bit more on professional and skilled roles. These platforms are designed for international job seekers, so they're a great place to start your search and get a feel for what's out there. Don't forget the global giants like Indeed.com. Chapter 6. The Paper Trail to Paradise. Getting your documents ready. No, not your grocery list. So, you've found some promising job leads, you're feeling confident, you're ready to apply. Hold your horses just a second. Before you hit send on that application, or before you even get to an interview stage, there's a little thing called paperwork. I know, paperwork is the broccoli of life. Nobody gets excited about it, but it's essential. Getting your documents in order is a crucial step, and being prepared can save you a lot of headaches down the line. Think of it as packing your suitcase, but for your career. First and foremost, your passport. This might seem obvious, like saying you need shoes to walk, but seriously, check it. Is it valid? Does it have at least 6 months of validity remaining from your intended date of travel? Many countries require this, and airlines can deny you boarding if it's not up to snuff. Also, make sure you have enough blank pages for visas and entry stamps. This is your absolute #1 document. No passport, no international job. Chapter 7. Conquering the what-ifs. Navigating challenges like a pro, even if you only speak English. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the worried little voice in your head. It's easy for me to sit here and say, go work abroad with just English, but you might be thinking, okay Trevor, but what about... And those what-ifs are totally valid. Moving to a new country, even one where you can work in English, comes with its own set of challenges. But the good news is, these challenges are usually manageable and millions have navigated them successfully. Let's tackle some common worries. First big one, how will I communicate in daily life outside of work? You know, like buying groceries, asking for directions, or dealing with a landlord who doesn't speak English. This is a legitimate concern. But here's the thing, you're not the first English speaker to land in that country. In many international hubs, you'll find that English gets you surprisingly far, even in everyday situations. Plus, technology is your friend. Google Translate is a lifesaver. You can even use the camera function to translate signs in real time. It's like magic. Outro, your adventure awaits. Go get that global gig. You've got this. So to sum it all up, folks, yes, you absolutely can work abroad without knowing the local language fluently from day one. It's not a myth, it's a reality for thousands, and it can be your reality too. The key is to focus on your English communication skills, build up your job-specific talents, and be incredibly diligent about using verified, safe application platforms. Please avoid the fraudsters and stick to the legitimate channels. Your future self will thank you profusely, and most importantly, believe in yourself. If countless others have navigated this path, so can you. This journey of working abroad isn't just about a paycheck, though let's be honest, that's a pretty good part of it. It's about so much more. It can fundamentally change your life, financially yes, but also professionally by giving you experience and perspectives you'd never get at home. And emotionally, it builds resilience, opens your mind, and connects you to a global community. It's an investment in yourself that pays dividends in ways you can't even imagine right now. It's about growth, adventure, and discovering what you're truly capable of. If you're feeling inspired and ready to take the next step, I've got some goodies for you. Check out the description below for a free CV template to get you started, some country-specific job links to kick off your search, and even some resources if you're thinking about getting that all-important TEFL certification for teaching.